Okay. We're gonna roll!
So this is about healthcare, right?
Yeah. And I'm running the intro right now.
You can hear this. You are not alone. This is the resently.
Old school intro. Nice.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance, and I am somewhere. There I am. Hello. I'm gonna join the call on my phone here, and I'm gonna migrate to the living room while this fucking runs and does its thing.
Yay.
The great many evils of the universe. Yay, hooray, monster rape, whatever. Okay, everybody talk real quick.
Hi.
Okay.
Beer farts.
Beer farts.
And I kind of mean hi.
If only I. Okay, I'm trying to join him.
Oh. There's one.
That is fucking weird.
Yes, run away from the other microphone.
Where's my headset?
Where's everybody's cameras? I only see Jared's and Chris's. I don't see Curtis's. Or Dark's, sorry.
It's dark
Well.
crispy. There we go.
I don't know how to play with my camera settings. I popped it on and off real quick though. Okay.
We're just gonna fuck around like this. Weird.
I saw Mr. Giggles for a half a second. There he is. Oh, now I see two Mr. Giggles.
There's two of me?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Giggles, tell Chris to turn off his speaker.
That's awesome.
Creepy.
Okay, going out to my living room now. Life could be a little more awesome that way, I guess. Okay, so since the participating party pretty much is not here, and I said participating party when I should say the individual who proposed the roundtable discussions for tonight, just for some stupid ass reason, is not here.
We did
I
ask one.
say something about that. They broke my Humana, like they're turning off my Humana because I had Medicaid and Medicare and Humana that covers everything, like 100% no matter what happens. But they're cutting off my Humana, so I have to redo my entire Humana, which has to be integrated into my Medicaid, Medicare. And now I have this other weird Humana thing that's called Prescription Part D, which is technically something from Medicaid, Medicare area. And I'm a little confused because sooner or later in November, I have to do open enrollment in order to get all this fixed because of this change-up that's going on. I technically wasn't affected by Obamacare because I was intelligent enough not to grab Obamacare, knowing it would only last roughly 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what exactly is happening with the healthcare system? Because I know that Congress has been pretty much cock-blocking anything that the Trump administration throws their way as far as a new healthcare proposal goes. So
Yes.
what exactly is happening? Is the Obamacare Affordable Healthcare Act essentially falling apart at the seams? What's going on exactly?
I don't know. I got bomb-ass coverage through Medicaid out here in Nebraska. I got mental, physical, and dental for both me and my son.
Okay, and what all does that entail? What exactly are your benefits?
I get counseling, I get mental evaluations, I get physical evaluations, shots, doctor's visits, regular checkups, I get dental, all's covered, even the dentures and stuff like that if needed. Everything's covered, even my eyes.
See, that's where my plan differs. The things that I don't have are optical and dental. I have everything else covered. Like if I go to the hospital and I've broken every bone, they can surgically repair me and it won't cost me a penny.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was blocked because nobody wants to lose that money that's coming in from that ACH ship.
I think they're also
That's a
favoring
possibility, too.
moms. I think they're also favoring moms and children right now on veterans.
I've also heard several.
Veterans aren't getting shit, from what I heard.
I've also heard several things where it's like Obamacare Light, and then this newest one is technically Trump Care because it's extremely different from everything, but they're still not passing it, even though that Trump sat there with the legislation and everything in the House of Representatives and Senate.
No, he's got to do like Obama. You have to pass it before you can see what's in it. I'm sorry, but Congress was really stupid on that one. It's like, I could be voting to let you shove a giant dick in my ass. No. I am not playing mystery box here.
No, man. I mean, you gotta understand. I mean, the ones who voted for it, it's more money for them in their pocket. Plus, the lobbyists are making more money off it too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like all this. I mean, if it appeals, they lose all that money they're making in kickbacks.
Yeah. Because the more people go to the hospital, the more medications they can prescribe, thus the more bonuses people get.
That's been their idea since the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Probably even further back than that.
Honestly, at this point, with me and my son, I'm going to be begging for some sort of medication for him to calm him down because I've tried everything, and I do mean everything, in any parent manual ever written, and even on the internet. I have tried everything, and none of it calms him down.
Every child is different.
Yeah. There's no instruction manual for a child.
My nephew, he was born with ADHD, and my sister tried every medication known to whoever, and did not work at all. So the doctor told her, give him something that could counter the ADHD. I mean, something that could counter their health.
Well, the biggest problem that we have, there's no money to be made in a cure, so it's only money to be made in a treatment. So you're not going to get a legitimate cure for any of these things.
As well as AIDS. That's how come they haven't released the cures for those two, because there's no money in a cure, like you said.
Yeah, well, look at cannabis and how much Big Pharma has been fighting the legalization of cannabis, even though it's got numerous health benefits and takes care of not only the body, but also the mind.
Yes, it's the only per se drug that I've found that actually works out of all the chemicals that have been given to myself over the years of being diagnosed several different things.
Well, the problem that I have with the psychotropic medications, and this is not because of anything I've read online, this is from personal experience, having been prescribed 250 milligrams of trazodone, lamotrigine, Bexer, which pretty much turned me into an impotent vegetable during my duration of taking these medications, as well as turning me into a potentially suicidal and homicidal maniac.
How physically painful was it?
To get off the meds?
No. While on the medications, how much was your body in physical pain?
Honestly, I was completely numb.
because there is this side effect in a lot of psychiatric medicines now called tardive dyskinesia, and a lot of people are highly successful to it, which basically means that it sends the signal from your brain to your muscles for them to contract, and depending on how successful you are to it, depending on how strong it is. And mine is a complete body reaction, not just eyeballs or anything. Mine's a complete body reaction.
The only pain that I experienced. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Genevieve.
I had that happen to me when I was put on Zoloft and Risperidol. I ended up, my whole body, even though my brain was functioning fully, and I was able to focus and everything, and I wasn't thinking suicidal thoughts and stuff like that, I still had full body pain spasm. I mean, to the point where I didn't want to get up out of bed because I was in so much pain.
Is it like a Charlie horse all over your body kind of thing?
Worse.
Yeah, worse. It's like 1,000 pin needles sticking into every single pain receptor that you have all over your body.
Oh, I can just imagine where you're coming from with that. Okay, I got a pretty good idea where you're going with that. No, I've never experienced anything with that. The only pain and suffering that I endured physically, as far as the medications were concerned, was when I decided to stop taking them. It was literally like my brain was bleeding and I was drunker than I had ever been in my life. And not the good feeling of being drunk, just the I'm sick as a fucking dog bullshit.
Oh, for me, it's that moment where the drugs are completely in your system, that 72 hours after they're in, and that whole entire duration. Once they start coming out, it starts evacuating from me, so to say.
Yeah, I'm not exactly
I've been on Zoloft and Risperidol for almost 18 years, and it's helping me pretty well.
Have you had any suicidal or homicidal thoughts or tendencies, or even acted on any of those thoughts and tendencies? If you have,
No.
I don't take Zoloft for the specific reason that it made a person that was very near and dear to me. It actually made them literally, statistically, mental retarded.
Yeah, it's not a good. It's for
elaborate.
It's a good drug to be on, because that's why I took myself off of them. Was because after a while of me being on them, my body ended up having a reverse effect of it, or rather, my brain did. And it caused me to start thinking about suicide and homicide a whole heck of a lot more than when I was off of them.
Okay, and Curtis, you were saying that somebody you know pretty much...
Yes, my nanny was a very intelligent person, and she began to take Zoloft. She had a child that was 2 years old at the time.
Somebody doesn't want him talking.
She began taking Zoloft. And the whole thing was that she's perfectly fine, extremely intelligent, and about 2-3 months into taking Zoloft, they came to her trailer and found her baby butt naked, laying on the floor, and her in the back room butt naked, scratching with the knife on the bedpost. And they took her to the hospital then. And they basically found out that Zoloft destroyed her mind.
Really?
Yes.
What other reports have there been of...
What?
I'm sorry, I got disconnected there. What other reports have there been of psychotropic medications causing retardation or other mental problems? You know, maybe even like memory loss, memory lapses, alternate memories.
A little over 26 years ago, I was on clonidine and Haldol.
Okay.
Combined, and I'll tell you what, I felt like I dropped acid. I mean, it was that bad.
Yes.
And the second I got from Haldol.
Jared, your camera is off, buddy.
What?
Not for me. Only Curtis's is off.
I don't get it.
I'm good, man.
I'm going to try something.
Okay.
Okay, whose shit fucked up? Is my shit fucking up or somebody else's shit fucking up?
I don't know.
I have C4.
Well, what I was thinking was the house ball. I was thinking the one that they had was the thing of the throat of my neck. I mean, it was like you swallowed me back from that.
Alright.
Yeah, sure is.
Welcome back.
And the chlorine, I was off like that. I'm a doctor, so that I was looking up chlorine for a while. And the chlorine, I was on Haldol for another 4 or 5 years. Then I was put on Tegretol, Zoloft, and Risperdal for the last 17, 18 years.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking these questions is because I have a friend, I'm not going to say who they are, but they were recently diagnosed with PPD. And
What?
borderline personality disorder.
Oh, that's not fun. You know, borderline is not fun.
Yeah, borderline personality disorder. And basically, it's a culmination of symptoms. You have the bipolar characteristics, suicidal tendencies, addiction problems, impulse control problems, and in some instances, memory lapses. And they say that it's brought on by extreme stress or abusive situations, but I'm wondering if maybe psychotropic medications, such as ADD medications or even antidepressants, might serve as triggers as well.
When I was
Go ahead.
When I was 14, this was like over 27 years ago. I was a freshman in high school, and I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at 14 years of age.
No shit.
Yeah, and throughout my whole entire time in grammar school, I started to show symptoms of Tourette syndrome.
Really?
Yeah. And
boy, we were just popping in and out of this fucking thing. It was like, pop, goes the weasel every fucking couple of minutes. Here we go.
Just got turned on.
What is this? What is this? Physical cameras?
I think so.
What the fuck?
Okay, I am physically back.
Kid to lighten the mood.
Oh, lighten the mood? I was going to say, I had...
That is not what we meant when we said we wanted to see your pussy, Genevieve.
I didn't even hear you guys say that.
Oh, great. Now I gotta...
I think I said it 50 fucking million times in past round tables.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
oh shit, where'd he go?
Yeah, Chris, the golden hair that you like so much is gone. Haha.
Does the carpet match the drapes? I didn't think so. Or do we still have tile floor?
No, it's more like linoleum.
Nice.
Touche, honey, touche.
Oh, man.
Every time it's a conversation, we always manage to throw in the dirty innuendos.
Are we still on stories that psychotic drugs did to us?
Sure. Go for it. What do you got?
Well, I have the epic one. April 8th, 2008. So, remember this date while I explain what happened on the events of between March 20th and March 27th. Basically, I came to the point in my life after I turned 18 saying that it's time to go to a psychiatric doctor to start making income for myself, because that was the idea behind it, because I knew that I could make an income from being a psychiatric person because I was eligible for it. So basically, this will be the first time going to a psychiatric treatment facility after I have turned 18. So I go to the detox center. We sit there for about I'll say a day and a half, and they come pick me up. We go to the psych ward this time, and whenever I get there, somehow I forget to be fed for 36 hours.
What?
So, yes, somehow I forget to be fed for 36 hours. Literally the rest of the day that I was there and the entire next day. So I wake up the next morning and I go up to the nurse's desk and I'm like, I haven't been fed since I've been here. And they look at me and look at my chart and say, you're lying. And I'm like, no, I have not been fed since I've been here. So I started getting very angry, and I basically, back about 10 years ago in 2008, worse as it is now. So basically, I destroyed the desk that was sitting there, which caused 2 officers coming down the hall because they figured out the day before that they couldn't restrain me with their tranquilizers because all I do was sit there and pound on the door because all it do would give me energy anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, they give me the third shot, and I'd still be sitting there, boom, 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 on the doors, like, y'all ain't feeding me, I'm hungry, what's wrong with y'all? So basically, they transport me out of there. On the way to the elevator, now this is where everything gets very confusing or interesting. I'm not sure how you want to look at it. Because on the way to the elevator, the last thing I remember, because I've never lost track of reality time unless I know I've been asleep. I've never lost consciousness unless I knew I was going to lose consciousness. So, about the time the elevator door is shut, I lose consciousness. So, in the process of going back and forth, a lot of things flash through my mind, and basically what goes down is that I have a massive overdose of a tardive dyskinesia attack, which is worse than the entire body, which means it takes over your mind whenever it does it. So basically, my entire body was constricted. My left ankle, I was basically walking on my left ankle. My right arm was twisted so much like this that it nearly came out of my shoulder socket. And my head was turned so far to the right, it was facing left.
Damn.
Wow.
And I have flashes and bits and pieces of memory, and it seems like eons that I'm in this blackout.
No
and
shit.
According to paperwork, it was not even 3 days. So basically, that basically makes me not believe any dates as well anymore. It basically makes me believe that let's just say for me, opening my mouth too big about a lot of things, I've kind of got sent to another side, a different plane of Earth, as to say. I know it's kind of difficult, that's why I said confusing, or whatever you wanted to say it would be.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, Curtis. I'm Wiccan, so I know what you're talking about.
And off of that word, I'll say I am an eclectic mage.
Yay.
And I'm just an asshole who drinks beer and eats fucking Hot Pockets.
Oh, shut up, Chris. You're not human either.
No, he's not. He really is not. I should know. I dated the man.
Yes, I was stupid. Okay, I was young and dumb and stupid. All right.
Hey, I'm not saying Chris is a bad
I
guy.
watch Lupa.
Like everybody
He
else.
was back then. He had issues back then, but he's gotten them under control now.
I'm not saying Chris is a bad guy. I'm just saying Chris sees the world the way that he sees it, just like we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watch Lupa.
You're a chalupa. Steak or chicken?
A little bit of both.
You know, Grandmaster Reverend is the shit, yo, because I'm not a social person. I'm a hermit that lives underneath a rock, and I just so happen to miraculously figure out how to go onto a date. And this guy right here, I told him what kind of restaurant I was going to. And he said, the chimichanga. And I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, he's like, yes, get a chimichanga. And I'm like, okay, man.
That's awesome. If Deadpool liked chimichangas, I like chimichangas. Dude, get a motherfucking chimichanga.
Hey, it worked. Let's just say it worked. It helped.
Are we talking about that one? I like that one.
Dang, now Chris has the black screen on me.
How the hell do I have black screen? What the fuck?
Yes, on my side of the receiver.
My phone would have given me a seizure by now if I had epilepsy.
Yeah. My movie collection of Doom that has expanded exponentially over the freaking time that I've been out here.
Why can't I be lucky and have Mr. Giggles as my black screen? All right, be right back.
Oh no! Curtis went away again.
Am I that dark?
Unless if you're still in your Power Ranger pajamas, dude.
No, I'm actually in a jacket. I'm wearing t-shirt and jeans and a bomber jacket.
Okay, I have a dilemma. I need which one of you is good at math?
Okay, what's your numbers?
Okay. I have 36% on my battery on my phone. And I usually take about 5 to 10 minutes to smoke a cigarette. How much time will I have before my phone dies if I don't come in time?
More than 24% by the time you're done with your cigarette.
It should be at 34%?
More than 24% by the time you're done with your cigarette.
Okay, cool. I'm going off for a cigarette then. And you guys are coming with me.
So how many pancakes will fit on the roof?
Depends on how big the roof is.
I don't know. I did the math and I got 22 pancakes.
Then you must have a small roof.
Yeah, I'm sitting here doing the math on a mansion, and I'm still counting, and I'm about 7,000.
Yeah. Well, we didn't deduce how big the waffles were. Wait, what were we talking about? Waffles or pancakes?
We were talking about pancakes that were about the size of an 11-inch iron skillet in my brain, anyway.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
And make sure you say, make sure you state, because there was
we're talking like about this big.
Oh man,
that's not an iron skillet, brother.
It's not an iron skillet, but it might cook a pancake.
Just real quick.
Yeah. Do I need it?
Turn on my
Leave it to me. I will make something out of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Chris,
Huh.
that's an iron skillet.
No, that's not an iron skillet.
It's good enough for hitting people on the head.
I've been there.
The only one that gets hit with things is Tommy Bird.
Okay, y'all are like, let the young guy go get an iron skillet. I'll be right back.
Okay, so he goes to get a fucking iron skillet.
How old are you?
He's young.
29.
29?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow.
young.
Well, you're older than me.
Shit, I'm older than all you guys.
I used to be the baby, so
Not the mama.
I am the mama, damn it.
Shit, I'm a Smurf.
Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm Papa Smurf minus white hair.
Okay, yeah. I'll be 30 next year, but these are small.
Now those are iron skillets.
I do have like 3 other ones.
Iron.
And
Yes.
they hurt very much.
That's
Yes.
iron.
They are my weapon of choice.
Yes. Grit ball is awesome.
It works for me.
Those things hurt like hell. Tell you what. That and a 3-wood to the skull.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, what are you doing, Chris?
Believe it or not, you really don't want to know.
Oh Jesus. God's help me.
Dude, if you're sitting there drinking with squirrels, keep it to yourself.
No, it has to do with this. A lot to do with this.
And now I will apologize for bringing up bad memories of kids past.
Lots and lots of Drano.
My mom always she threatened to throw her shoes at me, and she always wears boots. So.
Yeah, sorry, I had to actually put a mask on because the bleach smell is like murderous in my bathroom right now.
Awesome. Seems like I could have done the job.
I remember I had to go out in the backyard as a kid. I had to pick a switch off the tree.
Oh, man.
And it had to be one of those long ones. Not the small ones. It had to be one of the long ones. And I got my ass blistered big time, pig time, my friend. I mean, no bullshit. That and a belt. Holy shit.
Be right back.
Yep. Someone banged off.
There we go. Evil internet.
I know the feeling. I just got mine turned on yesterday.
Ditto.
Hey. Now that's Providence right there. Oh, you want to talk about some funny fucking shit? I went and bought a fucking lottery ticket today. Hey, guess what started playing on my phone?
What?
Surfing Bird.
These balls?
No. Tommy Bird's theme song.
Enjoy.
Yeah, Surfing Bird by the Trash Man.
What's the word?
The bird is the word.
Bird, bird, bird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, let's attempt to get back on topic here. So,
Okay, so we talked about the psych meds thing. We talked about experiences we've had with psychotropic medications. Let's backtrack a little bit and get back on the subject of. Really?
Yeah. Big balls. It's easy, man.
Well, I'm
Very
upper
bad.
class, high society. God's gift to ballroom notoriety. And I always
Okay.
fill my ballroom. Give us small. The social bed is there. Got the oh. I've got big
All right.
I've got
okay. Oh,
We get it.
I've got 3 balls, but they don't have 3 balls. Let's try to get back on the subject of politics now. No, I hate
Okay,
those.
so
I hate politics.
well, let's finish talking about the fucking healthcare system. Like, what kind of a healthcare system would be ideal? That's a good question to ask. What would be the ideal healthcare system?
Something like Genevieve has?
Sorry?
Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Yeah. Or you could just call me Jenny.
Okay, that's a lot easier.
I have Calviva and Medi-Cal,
Okay.
which pays for my medicine, my medical visits, my dentist visits, everything else. But it will not cover a deep cleaning for the dentist. Only just the cleaning, not the deep cleaning.
Will it cover extractions, dentures, or anything like that?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Well, Medicare offers open enrollment, which means that you can change things to your insurance plan. And technically, since they're taking my third thing away from me, I'm trying to make 4, 5, 6, 7 active. So sometime during November, I have to call up all these insurance companies and say, hey, it's open enrollment. I have blah 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 blah, and I have blah 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 blah, and am I eligible for blah 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 blah? And I have to do that about 12 times.
Oh, fuck.
Screw that.
because
That's a lot of screwing.
yeah, I know, but it's open enrollment, and I'm technically losing like my backup this year because what Medicaid doesn't cover, Medicare does. What Medicare doesn't cover, Humana does. I'm losing Humana at the end of this year. So basically, since open enrollment is right here in front of me, I have to call up every insurance company that I have ever found and say, hey, I have all this. I also have all this. Am I eligible for any of these?
Okay. Well, what I don't like about legitimate insurance programs, and because I have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I'm working into that.
Yeah, and that's highly limited. I have X amount of doctor's visits, like 1 or 2 checkups. I can go and do consultations at the dentist, but anything beyond that costs money, and in many instances they don't cover any of the expense.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude, because when I went for deep cleaning, I was told it was costing $600 just for the deep cleaning, man.
Well, I think to myself, what the fuck am I paying into this insurance for? I pay into it every fucking week, and it doesn't cover anything. Like if I need to get a tooth pulled, or heaven forbid, I contract cancer and need to go get chemotherapy or something, or I break my fucking leg at work, it's not covered. What the fuck am I paying for this shit?
In case this for.
Yeah, what the fuck is this for?
It's for in case this, but if in case this happens, it has to be in case this, or this. It can't be anything else. It has to be this, or this. That's why it's called insurance. If it was called in case this, ... ellipse. That's what it should be named, and that's exactly what it will do. In case of ...
Yeah. Well,
so, Jenny, my guess is 27% on that battery life.
Nope, 33.
So, your phone's a lot better than what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a Samsung Galaxy Express 3.
nice.
I got the iPhone SE. It's a 5.1. It's a 5S body with the 6S goodies in it.
Well, I broke down.
I have a cheap ass Walmart phone.
I broke down and decided to start using the Windows 10 that was available to me instead of staying on the Windows 7. That still works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I got you, man.
There you go.
I got the Windows 10 too, man.
I used to have a Windows 8 phone, but...
I'm talking about a laptop.
Oh, I still have a Windows laptop.
I'm not a mobile person. Oh! Something decent news that comes out of the government. Anybody with an Obama phone, a free phone,
Yeah?
begins to get internet access in November.
Hey!
Limited?
Today.
No, 500 megabytes, the little one. The little one, like you can only load like 3 web pages, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
It's a scam, dude. It's all it is. It's just a scam, man.
You have enough information to go to youtube.com, search a video, and play that one video. You try to play the next video, you've ran out of fucking memory.
Yeah, my cousin used to have a Obama old spammer phone and shit.
You mean an
Well,
old bummer phone?
I'm supposed to be getting a smartphone that I've been fighting for 4 months to get. For free.
Yeah.
Y'all know me. If it doesn't say free, I don't have it.
Hey, do what you can, right?
Yeah, man.
On and off on this fucking thing. I might as well just like stand here and go, hello.
Hey, Chris, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Bang.
Do you think Mr. Giggles would be able to call up a couple of his friends for me?
Mr. Giggles has friends?
Yes, Mr. Giggles has friends. Mr. Giggles' friends kicks people's ass. They're crazy fucking clowns.
I need to ask a favor from him, especially since I made that sex video for him. Don't ask, Curtis.
Well,
That wasn't supposed to get out!
well, it's too late for Rainbow Snatch and shit.
Crazy bitches, man. Crazy bitches.
Yes,
I
all the
apologize.
things
All of a
I love
sudden,
it.
What?
Snatch popped up, and I had to put my input in there. I seen Rainbow Snatch, and I had to go crazy for a while. I apologize. I really apologize.
Rainbow Snatch is a fake.
I have a problem.
She wants to be
I
me!
have a problem.
Yes, this is true.
I have a problem.
What do you
It
want?
lives 4 hours. It lives 4 hours away from me.
Okay.
I need it dead.
I like that.
No,
Okay.
her problem needs to be dead.
Yes.
Her pussy has an itch.
No.
Does your dick have an itch? Or is it your pussy has an itch? Do I need to scratch it again? You don't.
There is a problem 4 hours away that she wants dead.
Mhm.
That's your mission, Mr. Giggles.
Giant fly swatter. Got it.
He
Okay.
needs batteries
That
too.
works. No, I have plenty of those.
Why use a battery whenever it plugs into the wall?
I don't have.
Who
one.
told them?
I do. You never have to worry about that.
See, this guy knows what's up.
Okay. I'm going to go back to my pipe until we get back on subject. Hi, Mr. Giggles. I've never met you personally before. This is awesome.
He is fun to meet in person. You have got to meet him in person.
I know
They won't
Mr.
let me
Giggles
out of the
is
house.
shit.
Since
I
my
would
trip
if I
to
had the money to
Texas,
get out there.
they won't let me out of the house.
Well, there's a reason for that, buddy.
Yeah.
We don't want bad people to come steal you, Mr. Giggles.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's because of the whole Rainbow Snatch thing.
No, you're more worth than a giant diamond, Mr. Giggles.
Yeah.
I
told you
think
about the
he
giant
wants-
diamond.
I think he still wants to cornhole an asshole still.
Stop telling people my secrets. How do you people know so much about me? I don't talk to anybody. You people know all my secrets. What the fuck?
Be careful Tuesday night, Mr. Giggles.
But that's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
I know it's the Good Tuesday, but
It's
Some people-
also Halloween.
I understand this, but some people have been weird about clowns for the past 3 years because they've been bah. Oh, talking about bah. Last night, does anybody know that Miss Ma'am talked? Well, while Miss Ma'am talked, my uncle was actually watching it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over all the bahs of the audience. And I did that about 3 times in front of him, and he looked at me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll shut up now. I
Did you see what Rainbow
apologize.
Snatch did to my eye? She put a cigarette
Yes.
in my eye.
That's
She
messed
came in-
up.
She came in his eye.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that happened off camera that you don't want to know about.
You broke into the house, didn't you, Mr. Giggles? You kicked Jones's ass, didn't you, Mr. Giggles?
I have to drink
That-
the
that's why-
I have to totally bypass pleading the fifth that I have to go and drink the eight.
Okay, yes, you go drink beer, Mr. Giggles, but that just explains why Alex Jones had a black eye that one day on camera.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Okay. I gotta go chase squirrels now. Bye, guys.
No, it's in the house.
He's probably going to jerk up squirrels.
Stop telling people!
Oh,
Okay, so
he's even more funny in person. Honestly, he really is.
This is funny. Me and my son one time, we're walking down the street, and I looked up in the tree, and there was this fat fucking squirrel with a thought. Boy, was I fucking wrong. My son looks up and sees him. Dad, 2 squirrels gone wild, man. Pay-per-view, dude.
That's bad.
And I thought I thought it was this big fucking fattest squirrel, dude.
So Tin Man, are we only allowed to talk about Alex Jones?
We can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Okay. Viewpoints on Michael Savage.
Who?
I don't pay much attention to Mike Savage.
Michael Savage, the guy who, I mean, very popular. I mean, he's basically like Rush Limbaugh of the truth movement.
I didn't want to personally say Rush Limbaugh, but I wanted to go Michael Savage first.
Well,
Limbaugh, what?
But in a way, dude has a lot of balls and not afraid to tell like it is.
Yes, Savage does.
But he was taken off air because someone complained. He's being offensive and he's talking about hate speech. What the?
I had something to say.
Cry me a fucking river, dude. Cry me a fucking river.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I say. I mean, honestly, if you guys are going to be too sensitive about shit, then don't go outside and don't watch TV. Honestly, really don't.
There is no safe space.
No.
Fuck your safe space, like Milo says. Fuck your safe space.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck my space. Fuck safe space and fuck my space.
Does anybody know his last name?
Innopolis.
Take it.
Tim, man, we have MySpace to thank for our past. Don't even go there.
Hey, you know what? I think they need to change the name of MySpace to Safe Space because nobody ever goes there. That's about the safest place in the world. Nobody goes there.
I cannot believe it's still around after what, 15 fucking years?
It is, and I honestly don't know anybody who actually still uses MySpace. That's why I think
everybody
they should
go
name
switch
it
back to MySpace just to give the giant finger to Mark Zuckerberg.
I got banned for sending a dick pic. What the hell?
Does anybody know about Minds.com?
Minds.com?
Yeah, Minds.com.
I got it.
Yeah, I was there originally. I was there back whenever it was in the alpha stages and everything, and I just became another member.
Really? I haven't been on it. Is it any good?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I've never even heard of it.
It's giving...
That's the social network that Anonymous set up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
That's
giving...
what I thought.
It's giving Facebook worth the money, man. A lot of people on there.
I think I'm probably going to wind up signing up for that tonight. I never really got around to it because I wanted to see if it would actually pick up steam or not before I even bothered.
It has, man. It has.
I'll join it. Fuck yeah.
Vines is no longer around. What the hell, man? I had Vines about...
We need to get off of Facebook, yo.
That's why I didn't
what I'm
join
trying to point
Minds
to.
at first. That's why I didn't join Minds.com at first, because I was worried that I was going to go the same way as Vine. And I had a Vine account, and next thing I know, it's fucking gone. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no, from Vine it went to Periscope, dude.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, Vine went to Periscope.
Got it.
That would explain a lot.
What the...
I got like 5 fucking accounts there. They're all named the same fucking thing.
I got Periscope and Twitcast.
Nice. Okay, question. What is the news on the JFK papers?
Oh, big time.
Let me sign in Twitter.
Big time, pig time, brother.
All right, let's hear it.
JFK.
Like I said, I've only been online for.
JFK was shot in the front.
Yes, he was.
From the front. The shot came from the bridge. And
Okay, so it didn't come from the fucking warehouse.
Well, the thing is, it came. Well, there was 8 to 10 people that were hired to take out Kennedy. Okay, two at the book depository, 3 at the text building, and then 3 more at another building next to the text building, and plus the 2 at the bridge. So there was plenty of shots coming from anywhere. But the coup de grace came from James Files, who was at the grassy knoll, who shot a fireball that basically obliterated Kennedy's head, man.
Yeah, I remember it blew off the back of his skull, if I remember correctly.
The shot came from here, just literally destroyed his head. Now Oswald, he was meeting his handler, the Morning Shield, in the theater. Now, the reason he was around the theater because someone spotted him sneaking in the side of the theater to meet his handler, the Morning Shield, and they beat him in the theater. Now the thing is, Oscar Tippett. Oswald did not kill Tippett.
No.
Tippett was the guy that killed. They needed his body for his brain.
Okay.
They took both bodies to Air Force 2 to a post-trauma transplant. So they used it for Kennedy's skull. Because Kennedy's brain was too much. I mean, Kennedy's brain was cheese, my friend. I mean, it was gone.
Question.
Yeah.
Question. Was the reason why Kennedy, was it a hit, and was the reason given?
Well, it was all set up by the Texas oil guys in Texas.
Okay.
The mob was involved. CIA was involved. Johnson was involved, and so I mean everybody involved even the mafia was involved too. I mean,
okay, so all the parties that we suspected initially were involved, and it's documented.
Yeah.
And
Johnson,
now that these papers have been released, what is being done in regards to handling the remaining perpetrators who are still alive today?
Most of them are dead. James Files still alive, but he's still in prison still.
Okay.
But most of them are gone. I mean, they're like gone. So really they can do it really. I mean, because they're old and shit. They're dying off and stuff. I mean, Johnson was a KKK member. Well,
yeah.
That's up. So I mean, it was insane. But here's the one. Jack Ruby did not shoot Oswald. Okay, Ruby was a short, stocky guy. The guy that shot Oswald was taller and stocky. That killed Oswald. Now Oswald.
I remember that being said a while back. I remember hearing that somewhere.
Oswald knew Ruby. Okay, Ruby owned a nightclub, and Oswald would frequent the nightclub once in a while, and they're trying to say it's a lone gunman theory. Okay, if Oswald did it, that means he'd have to shoot 3 rounds in 6 seconds, then run down the stairs, run to the grassy knoll. It's impossible to kill the shot while we're running to the grassy knoll.
Okay, so is everybody ready for this one though?
Huh.
Okay, the JFK files have officially been released, and we know all the details. Is everybody about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch sometime next year, somebody's going to claim Lee Harvey Oswald, JFK, out of stupidity, and somebody's going to have to put them in their place. Or nobody will put them in their place, and then the sheep will go stupid and sleep again.
Because after the shooting,
Who wants to flip the coin on that one?
I don't know, man. After the shooting, 13 to 14 people died within 3 years after the shooting.
Most of the people who were involved or knew something that were expendable, right?
Yeah. Well, that's just what the witnesses too who were involved. And,
Or better yet, they'll say Trump said it all, and the sheeple, since they hate Trump, they'll believe that Trump is a liar, and they'll still believe Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK.
Well,
Which is the more plausible scenario.
there's one way to test that theory. Take the papers and test them for authenticity. Here, pop goes the fucking weasel.
here's more from the document gallery. Now, we all know that it's been 70 plus years that after World War II, been told our whole life been told Hitler offed himself, right? Okay.
Oh no.
He went to Argentina. He went to South America.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the real kicker.
Okay.
Who's the daughter of Hitler and Eva Braun?
Ooh. Now there's some conspiracy theory shit right there.
She is the Chancellor of Germany. Look at the face features of her and Hitler together, side by side.
Has there been any DNA tests run to substantiate this claim?
About the same time Hitler was in South America, around 55. That's the year she was born.
Okay. And there's documentation to prove this.
There's evidence, but there's not genetics.
There's
Okay,
evidence,
well,
but
naturally, you're not going to have too many genetics from, the 1940s and even in most cases, 1950s. I mean, DNA research really didn't reach its peak until the fucking, 80s?
60s, 70s, 80s. About the time DARPA came up with the internet.
Yeah. What an amazing coincidence there, right?
Yep.
Not going to say anything.
Remember what I said years ago, that DNA and the internet had a lot in common.
Okay, so you guys want to hear
A
something
lot
funny?
of common variables as far as the math goes.
Sure, Jenny.
Okay. This has to tie in with the government thing, okay?
okay, sure.
So me and my boyfriend, we were at Walmart. Okay, we're looking at all the prices and everything, and they're all the prices and all the signs are saying, "Oh, we're getting ready for Black Friday." Well, I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, "Okay, look, the prices are twice what they were originally a couple of weeks ago, and watch on Black Friday, back to their original price, and people are going crazy." And he goes, "Yeah, they probably are." And I told him, I said, "Well, then here's what I could do, and that is I could take pictures of the prices in between the weeks and everything. Hold on, and post them on Facebook or to social media, or I can go to the press with them and show what the companies are doing." About 5 minutes after I said that to him, my phone rings. My cell phone here rings with a phone number from Washington, D.C.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. I ignored the call, and I stuck my tongue out at the and I said, "Fuck you, government."
Where at?
What
Here
had
you
happened is that she tried to pull down the government's pants without them realizing, and 5 minutes later they realized what she said.
Yep.
What's that?
They finally realized after Genevieve pulled the government's pants down, it's like, holy shit, there's a draft in here.
Yes.
Genevieve, where was that?
Walmart. I was at Walmart.
Okay. Check this out. Not even the workers know about this. Okay? Walmart files a insurance claim on their workers without their knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to the company and not the families.
Of course.
So they're worth more dead than alive.
Mm-hmm. So that's probably one of the reasons why they do what they do with the prices of their products at Walmart, with jack up the prices a couple weeks before Black Friday, and they keep putting them up about $200 or $300, or depending on like the TVs, they're like $1,000 more than what they were originally.
Yeah, it'll be a gradual increase, and then they'll drop it back down
to the original price
at Black Friday. You know, maybe a little lower than what it was initially on Black Friday.
I think I have something to support what Grandmaster just said about the insurance policies. Because my uncle's best friend works at Walmart, and he says he can't figure out what this one deduction is on his check. And he has a lot of shit being taken out of his check anyway. Let's just keep it at that matter. So, so basically, he can't figure out what this other deduction is. So maybe to claim what Grandmaster said about an insurance policy for Walmart if the person dies.
And Bank of America does it too.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart and Bank of America does it too. I mean,
Wow, Bank of America does that on their clients?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Even their employees too.
Wow.
Oh yeah. One reason why I'm glad I go to a credit union now. Private credit unions. Don't deal with fucking banks.
I'm gonna disappear for a second because I gotta go get my blood sugar meter. So because I gotta take my blood sugar.
She's gotta take her butt plug out. Her butt plug.
I despise technology.
Yeah, but it does have its uses.
I like it to a certain degree, man. I mean, just to a certain degree and shit.
So, Tin Man,
It's a double
what's the
edge.
plan if EMP hits?
If an EMP hits,
What's the plan for TWWRN?
basically, if I were to reveal those,
Oh, we're kind of,
yeah, you kind of put me on the spot there. It's like, no.
Oh no, my bad. I forgot. I
Release
forgot
the red
where we
herring.
was, and I asked about Doomsday Protocol. I forgot where we was. I apologize.
That and no more porn. Crap.
That's why I have a lot on my external hard drive.
No Pornhub. No Pornhub.
Oh,
crap.
Basically, the way you configure it in any instance is there are numerous fail-safes and ideas that will be implemented in any given situation.
Because
There's
we will have a clue before it will happen, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's always going to be those indicators that will indicate when something bad is going to happen. And trust that there are ideas and procedures in place, many of which I don't even know the details of, and won't know
John
the
Connor
details
does.
of.
And in many cases, John Connor won't even know, because he's one of those things. It's kind of one of those anonymous style things that
Oh.
is just there for when it's needed.
Hey guys,
Until then,
did you guys hear about the arrest of that brother?
silent ghost. They cut me off.
Brother that shooter?
Basically, what I was saying, guys, before I got rudely cut off by my New World Order phone, is that any
Nice.
procedures for such a doomsday event, there are numerous people who have numerous ideas, and whatever the scenario, we'll just go with the best possible idea. And, you know, people all around the world, as we've seen, are preparing and doing all kinds of fucking doomsday prep and shit like that. A lot of them
Yeah.
are connected with
My-
us and have thrown out
My
ideas.
buddy's got the pantry.
Yeah, and basically what it's going to be is when something happens, somebody, whoever was designated for that particular purpose, is going to stand up and go, come here.
Right.
Or do this.
Yeah,
Go
I was
here,
just
go there, do this, do that.
I was just wondering where the beacon was and what it would say whenever you got there.
The flare will go up when the flare needs to go up. I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know who.
Exactly. I understand. All I needed to know is that there was a flare in place.
Oh, you better believe that Connor and the Six had been working silently about this.
Yes.
And even I have worked on my end in various avenues. All that can really be said at this point is we do the best we can with what we have. And like I said, when the time comes, the flare will go up when and where it needs to go up, by whom it needs to go up from.
Did you guys hear about the brother?
No, what happened with the brother?
The brother of the shooter got arrested for child pornography, dude. In Los Angeles, dude. In Los Angeles and shit.
No shit.
Yeah. Kind of ironic, though. Ironic. I mean, you got the guy. I mean, he was talking to the press a day after the shooting and shit. He was talking to him, and all of a sudden, last week he was arrested for charges of child pornography, dude.
Isn't it interesting when somebody speaks out against what's going on, or they've got information, or somebody starts talking in any specific form or fashion, they always get a sexual assault charge or some shit.
Or they die.
Yeah.
Always
well, that's in extreme cases, but no, before that, they always get hit with the freaking child rape or child endangerment charges. You notice that? Michael Jackson spoke out against the New World Order.
Such as the lead singers of Soundgarden, Moose, and Linkin.
Yes. You know, I find that to be an amazing coincidence. Now, I'm not ruling out that was exactly the case.
They were in the process of taking itself.
Yep, and then they get associated with Pizzagate.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, also, a couple that witnesses the shooting was found dead due to a mysterious car accident.
Didn't the lady who was a survivor, she miraculously die of like a seizure or something?
Yeah, they said that she died of a seizure due to the stress of the shooting. I kind of find that unlikely.
I find that to be an amazing coincidence that all these people are winding up dead or in jail.
That's like Corey Feldman. He was arrested a couple days ago for a marijuana charge.
Where?
He was talking. He was speaking out against what happened to him and Corey Haim, and he was arrested for a marijuana charge 2 days ago.
Where?
I think somewhere in LA, I think. And
how the fuck can you be arrested for marijuana? It's legal.
And two members of the band left, quit the band, and it's kind of funny how after he started talking about stuff in Hollywood about the whole pedophilia thing, they're going after him. I mean, look at Cat Williams. I mean, look at Cat Williams. He also talking about how there's this big party, and in this little parties in these rooms, and there are two black guys kissing.
Okay.
And he was this upcoming comedian who is in After the Next.
Cat Williams, he's been big for years, dude.
Yeah.
Ain't you heard, poor little Tink Tink?
Oh yeah, and all of a sudden he got arrested for stopping a woman at a store and other shit, and telling them that hey, they're fucking with me. So he knows what's going on. And DMX, I mean,
Yeah.
after he got out, he got busted for sexual abuse.
Look at ODB. He started saying they're coming after me. Look what happened.
They
Yeah,
went
shot.
after him.
He died. So Corey Feldman got busted for a marijuana charge.
It's ridiculous.
He knows they're going after him. He knows.
But how can they bust him for marijuana when marijuana is perfectly 100% legal in California now?
I swear that me and Curtis to be talking because we keep getting kicked.
No, they don't want you guys talking. I've gotten kicked off 3 times already.
I haven't.
I've lost count.
Shit pickle.
Curtis, I don't think the government wants us talking.
It's Pickle Rick, damn it.
Holy fuck nuggets.
The government.
The fine spaghetti monster.
Holy flight.
They hate me.
Well, the trouble you stir up, man. Fuck.
Bruh,
Was it 2.5 days? Yeah, I think so.
anybody who knows too much shit, man, they will either
They'll make you go crazy.
take.
Thankfully, I'm already there.
Yeah, I've been there for years, so they're a little late on that.
I mean, they'll make a crazy person go insane. They'll drive you worse. It's like I have to smoke marijuana just to not kill stupid people is my problem.
Yeah, that I'm at work and the higher ups will do these stupid shit, and I'll be like, "There's a reason I drink." Now you understand why I go home and drown myself in alcohol. It's because of my job.
I got very little patience with stupid people and dill holes.
Yeah, I told my boss the other day, it was actually Monday, I go, "Caitlin, I'm going to go home right now." She goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because the stupidity levels are too toxic for human health, so I need to leave." She hits the floor fucking laughing. No, they've done 3 stupid things in this fucking factory. They put in this fucking giant press machine, which was $300,000.
What?
I call that, and it doesn't fucking work half the time. It fucking shuts itself off, does all damages parts. It's fucking nuts. I call that incest baby number 1. Incest baby number 2 is a bagging machine that does the same thing. Shuts down constantly, breaks for no fucking reason. And the setup for the thing is overly fucking complicated. It's like, what the fuck? It's like setting up the bagging system is like doing fucking origami. So that's incest baby number 2. And then this new factory layout that's completely ass fucking backwards and does not fucking work for shit. That's incest baby number 3.
It's like the Toyota Prius. It looks like a possum for the dustbuster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So bad it makes Floyd Mayweather look humble.
Yeah, me, I'm just an asshole. I'll tell it right to these people's face.
Okay,
I'll tell it right to their fucking faces.
I'm going to try to step around this subject. Anybody had that moment where they literally, it wasn't like they purposely forgot it, or you know that your mind made you forget it. It was like something else made you forget something.
Yeah, the day I got married. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm kind of being serious because I had a story. It was a good story, and now it's not in my brain anymore.
Oh, okay.
When did it pop in your head?
I don't remember that either. Like I had, and I was forming it, and I had the whole thing together. I was about to say something, and I was like, okay, I'll wait till Chris is done because Chris is in the middle of his stuff right now. Because it happened right started saying his story about a girl falling on the floor. Okay, I think I brought it back to myself. Okay, here we go.
Go for it.
Ching-ching.
Not stupid people. So there was this morning about 3 weeks ago. I kind of had a rush, and I barely had any of this at all in my system. Like, I may have packed it and hit it twice and had to walk out the door. So basically, I was extremely thirsty, so I got me some coffee because I had just woke up as well. And the thing was, I was here waiting for this one person to fill up his bottle because he was technically in front of me, and I stood behind him in the water fountain. I was going to put a splash of water in my cup of coffee because I don't like it, so I can drink it right now. And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden this woman walks up, and I acknowledge her. She acknowledges me. As soon as the guy walks away, I go to stand up, and the woman steps up, starts filling up her bottle of water. Now, remind you, all I needed was a splash, and I was waiting for the guy to fill up his bottle before I went there because he was already in line. My cup of coffee.
Okay.
So she sees me with a cup of coffee, standing in line.
Then cuts you.
Then cuts me, exactly. You know, I wanted to waste this cup of piping hot coffee on her and then deck her. So
I
hard
wouldn't have even done that. I wouldn't have even. Yeah, I wouldn't have decked her. I would have just taken my coffee and just gone right on top of her fucking head.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. If I wouldn't have my prescription to me down, I would say I would have been in jail that day.
Mm-hmm.
I could go and fill up a pot, and that could last me 2-3 days cold. I could add a little bit of sweet and low milk, gunpowder, C4.
Gunpowder, C4. What the heck?
Nuclear depository.
He's going anarchist cookbook on you.
Do they even sell Dunkin' coffee anymore? That Death Clock coffee?
I don't know, man. I mean,
because I've been looking for it, and all I find is merchandise now. I don't find the coffee anymore.
Here's
Dunkin' Donuts.
Here's one place. Coffee. Stay away from the McDonald's coffee. The McGuffey. It sucks. It's like molded tampon juice, man. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, to elaborate on Dunkin' Hills or Death Coffee, it's the highest legal caffeine allowed in coffee drink.
Where can I find some? I need it.
That's the question of the day.
Homemade coffee at home than anything else, because you ain't got to spend $5 to make the goddamn thing.
I know what I $2 cup of coffee by walking into Starbucks, telling them I want 20 ounces of espresso in a 20-ounce cup. $25 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's not a cup of coffee. That's the making for turning your freaking heart into a freaking pipe bomb.
You forget, man. I'm not human. I need this energy. I need that extra boost so I can make sure that I'm actually there instead of just zombie.
The only time I need that boost. The only time I need that boost is to know that my dick can still get hard at night.
I'll pay $25 for a 20-ounce cup of espresso. I'll do it.
Go to Starbucks. It's like $1 or some shit an ounce of espresso, bro.
Okay, I'll do it. I need that in there.
I'm on table.
My brain's going 20 different directions, and they're all going in very bad directions.
I need the caffeine because I have a demonic little son.
Are we sure this child is not mine?
I've been there.
Yes.
Genevieve, I've been there.
I'm thinking there was some residual sperm from 2010 that finally impregnated you after all that time.
For 3 years? Yeah, no.
Hey, like
That is scientifically and logically impossible.
nothing is impossible. Haven't I taught you that yet?
I didn't say impossible, I said improbable.
I remember,
Even improbable, there's still a possibility.
Genevieve, I remember my son was little at the time. I drank a buttload of coffee to keep me awake to take care of this little guy. He's 18 now. He's going to college. Thank God he's in college. Not in the devil no more. He's, and tell you what, he's a good kid.
My son just
You'll be
with a
fine.
little girl. Now, my son's process of killing me before I turn 30, okay? My son, for his girlfriend, she is 2, going to be 3. He's 4, 5, okay? He's already kissed this little girl, wraps his arms around her, hugs her nonstop, and they play pirate together.
He's through a phase. All little kids do that. They go through a phase. And sometimes it'll go away, but sometimes it'll last into the teenage years and whatnot. I mean, hey,
It depends on when it hits them.
Fine, you'll be fine.
He's gonna get me killed.
Hey, darling,
Him on the other hand, make sure you're the floor there for him if he happens to trip along the way.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, he did say something funny yesterday. He said, I asked my son, I said, would you wear a dress if mommy bought you it? He goes, yes. I said, well, would you wear a dress if daddy bought you it? He goes, no. I was like, will you wear anything mommy buys you? He goes, yes.
That was awesome. A little disturbing, but okay.
No, that's he trusted.
Yeah, he trusts me
Good.
more than he should,
Great
honestly.
kid. Bad change of character.
you will be fine, darling. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have enough.
Like we said earlier, there's
Right
no
back.
2 kids who are alike. There's no 2
What
kids
now?
who are alike, and there's no instruction manual on how to be a parent. You just do the best you can with what you have. I mean, I'm not even a parent, but I help out with Adric and Ezra as best I can, and, they're with me a lot of the time. And, even just being the, quote, uncle in their life, it's tough. I mean, sometimes I don't know what to do. And I just wing it.
As parents, you learn as you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
It's all you can do is learn. Your son will come out fine. He's a
Oh,
good
I know
kid.
he will.
He's a good kid.
Just let's
Yes.
avoid subjecting him to Mr. Giggles too much.
Yeah,
He's already
Mr.
seen
Nick,
Mr. Giggles, no?
quite a bit chaotic.
Well, my son's already met Mr. Giggles.
No, but he's met Mr. Giggles, but he has not met Mr. Giggles.
True.
Okay, who's got the feedback?
Ah.
Not me, dude.
Okay, I just replugged in my headphones, so everything is in my ear.
Okay.
That would explain who it was. No, it's still happening.
I don't have
I'll
a
turn
microphone on the piece.
That's
I mean-
weird.
Okay, everybody but Jenny has headphones, so I believe it is Jenny. I don't think she.
It was you. Okay, so where do we go now?
Take off, so it's Chris.
So I believe we're at a time. We met an hour, and we met 30 minutes.
We've run about an hour and a half.
Well, I believe This is a whole show, is it not?
Pretty much. I mean, we can run as long as we want, but if we've run our course, we've run our course. Is there anything else anybody really wants to address or talk about?
Yeah, I want to continue this.
Yes.
There's a channel called Perfect Truth that has a story on the Canadian connection to MK Ultra.
Okay, elaborate.
Okay, well, honestly, it's deal with victims getting compensation from for years being put through the whole MK Ultra shit. They're receiving compensation from Ottawa. They're getting payment for going through the whole fucking.
They're getting compensated.
So you're talking about the guinea pigs of television conspiracy.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And there's also want to talk about Harvey Weinstein's bullshit. That fat fuck.
I'm with you.
And now, this isn't new in Hollywood. Not even new. Okay. Hollywood has been around for 117 years. Okay. Okay. And another one was Corey Haim, a sacrifice by Corey Feldman, which I think is bullshit because not all actors in Hollywood die that way. Throughout the there was suicides, there was drug overdoses, there was alcoholism, there was murder, suicide, and whatnot. They're saying, well, the Illuminati sacrifice. Bullshit. The tires was 10. Okay. Tires were brakes on a car. They need to be changed because wear and tear on tires will break up your car.
Yeah.
And I'm not buying this thing with course. Okay. He was battling cancer and stuff. And I mean, throughout Hollywood had, look at the mayor, founder of MGM. He had a history of attacking young women from 16 to 18 years of age who were trying to look for work in Hollywood. This was during the golden age of Hollywood, the golden age.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not even 17 years of younger actresses and who were attacked, and sort of.
Well, we've been hearing stories about Hollywood elitists and their sexcapades for many, many years, in fact, decades. I mean, this is nothing new. We've heard about the sex trafficking, we've heard about the child abduction and children being used at sex parties. You have the Michael Jackson allegations, and you just have the regular perverts and whatnot. You have situations such as casting couches. We all know what that term entails. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in the mainstream media industry that takes place below the waist, whether good or bad, more often bad.
And now a lot of them are speaking out against Harvey Weinstein because of his bullshit.
Yeah.
And he had models on there that were on that show. Was it something runway that he was studio was producing and shit? and he had all the girls in his house, and he would run around naked. And one of the wanted to run off to leave. He ran out of the room naked, tried to stop her and shit. And she got a bottle. I thought the slice his ass if she.
Nice.
So they could have covered that different kind of death.
Pretty much. I mean, the thing is,
you never would have seen or heard from that girl again.
No.
Exactly. That would have been considered a suicide, and that girl would have disappeared.
Yeah.
That's like Vince Foster. Like Vince Foster, he was found dead in the park with two shots in the head. Now, and it was told that he committed suicide. How can you kill yourself twice with 2 shots? First shot would do it itself, not 2 shots. Because by the time the first shot to the head is there, you're dead. And plus,
what was the explanation? Was there ever any explanation given for that? They just let these freaking flags fly.
He had Hillary Clinton, and he was the lawyer for the Clinton administration. And
sorry, I'm about to throw up. I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Sorry, hold on, I gotta wash it down.
Yeah, I know. You said Hillary Clinton, and wow, I thought of Myrtle for a minute. Oh my goodness.
But he knew a lot of Clintons. Their whitewater shit, the Arkansas bullshit. He was found dead in a park with 2 shots to his head, and said it was suicide. Okay, if it was suicide, how come there's no gun residue on his hands or his sleeve of his shirt or jacket?
Like,
well, there wasn't even a gun, was there?
There's a gun found. It wasn't the right one that killed him.
Didn't match the caliber.
No.
Can someone explain is hunched over a shotgun that has been fired and they've committed suicide? Wouldn't that blow you back and make you lay back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom's uncle, which would make that my great uncle, the police report said that it was a suicide. They over a shotgun, and the only person that was there that day was a couple police officers before this incident was reported.
Yeah, that's not possible because you would have had the shot would have thrown him back, plus the kickback of the shotgun would have sent the gun back depending on where the aim was. And if he was standing up,
He was hunched over and was shot in the stomach. Is how.
And he shot himself in the stomach, he would have bled out. All right? Okay, yeah. No, the way you're going to kill yourself with a shotgun is you're going to put the barrel right up under your fucking chin, and you're going to pull back, and your head's going to... And the blowback is going to break your fucking neck, as well as splatter your brains all over the fucking place.
Well, nobody got
is going to be at least 3 to 5 feet away from you.
That's like crypto. Okay. We were told for years that he committed suicide. Okay. The heroin in his system was enough where he could have been able to hold the gun alone, kill himself. He had so much heroin in his system. How can you hold the gun to your face, then trigger? You can't.
No.
Or unless you're on a hell of a trip.
I mean, you hear about crazy shit happening when people have high adrenaline or even fucking spun out on drugs. I mean, so there is that possibility. But the likelihood is relatively low. You do have the possibility. Kurt Cobain's story is a little more believable than the scenarios of recent years that we have been forced to endure.
Which are little bitty guns that are like this big that dissolve in the bloodstream that are considered suicides.
Yeah.
Maybe smaller. Maybe smaller. needle of the gun is like this big, and that's what dissolves into your bloodstream. The gun is like this big.
Fucking pea shooter, not even fucking even remotely functional. It would not have had enough gunpowder to really get a kick.
That's
And
why it's
anything that's
needle.
Well, the whole Kurt Cobain death is kind of a mysterious way because there's a documentary about his death, and Courtney loves bullshit, that she wanted to live the high life. Kurt Cobain wanted to live just a simple life. I mean, he wasn't a high life kind of guy.
yeah.
And hired some guy who was a grunge rocker guy, bald guy, and he said, "Oh, she hired me $50,000 to kill Kurt Cobain." But after he said, in the documentary, he was found dead on a train track. And her bed was also found dead because she found out that her and Kurt was having an affair, and Kurt Cobain was in love for this bass player of hers.
Oh shit. Okay, so why? One thing I've always wondered, you know, when somebody already makes this declaration and it's documented, why bother killing them at that point? Wouldn't you want to kill them before they open their fucking mouth?
No, because the sheep go back to sleep. It's not much work to actually not incite mass panic than it is to incite mass panic.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be easier to just leave the sheep sleeping and have them killed beforehand rather than...
Sometimes the sheep do get stung by unknown things, and you just, okay, fine, with it as it comes. On the bridge, we'll see if it sparks back up.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Because the sheeple are so dumb, asleep, and it only takes such a little bit to startle them, but they'll fall right back asleep.
True that.
Like we was talking about the JFK thing. It won't take long before people are going to say, "Oh, it's Trump's bullshit. Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK."
Well, it's already been speculated that the JFK papers that were going to be released would be fake, that the establishment wouldn't allow the real papers to come out.
True.
Well,
Just like
the people who are involved are they're gone and dead.
exactly.
That's like a guy, an old man. It's an existing guy. He'll run his deathbed, and he confessed that they had to kill Marilyn Monroe because she was known too much and she had to go.
Yeah, because she had slept with Kennedy and he freaking talked to her. Told her too much.
From what I've seen is that I've actually heard that it was the driver who turned around and shot Kennedy. Did some kind of thing where it was Kennedy. He actually showed down the video in a clip, and you actually see the driver's hand move back. You don't see the driver move because you know he's a agent or something. He can do it without moving, so he just moves his arm and shoots.
Well, but think it now. Okay, if it happens, explain the shot through the windshield, the hole in the windshield.
Mm.
They took back to Michigan where Ford replaced everything, windows, everything, upholstery, everything.
Well, didn't you say shots aiming towards him, and there was an exact location where it was technically like, bam, this is where we all shoot at this exact time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know that the driver is accused of slowing down the limo during that shooting.
But
and
they
then
actually
sped off.
Never did some kind of movement like before, and there was a right there between the driver and Kennedy. There was an action between the driver and the Kennedy.
I'll have to look at the footage. I had never noticed that.
It's
Yeah,
on YouTube somewhere, man. I don't remember what it is or anything, but yeah, I don't know if it was photoshopped in. Good.
There's a channel
Well, I'm sure if you search
there's
the
a
driver shot
channel
Kennedy,
there's a
something will
channel
come up.
called Rick Horn, and he's a Vietnam vet, and he's been doing the JK thing for years, and videos all the time, and like different angles of shooting, who were involved. I mean, it's insane, man. Like fucking insane.
Yeah.
People that were involved dead. Even Kennedy's mistress, she was shot a year later, back in '64, by a black guy, and they took her out.
All because Kennedy signed a piece of paper that would cause the 1% to start losing money.
See, that's one thing I don't understand. Why didn't he just do it? Why did he sign a paper saying, I'm going to do this? Why not just do it? I mean, that makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, I understand it takes time to pull people out of Vietnam, but to pass an executive order abolishing the Federal Reserve would not take a great deal of time. At which point...
Friendly Butler wrote a book called Wars of Racket. I read it too. And it talks about how wars are racket. I mean, you look at what happened back. He went after secure corporation people who were uprising against the power station. I mean, it's all a thing. No, I mean, it's pretty much insane on how it all plays out even today. I mean, you gotta think.
Well, I just don't understand. I mean, Kennedy knew how the establishment ran. He knew how they did things. Why would he announce his plans before enacting them? I mean, you're just pretty much saying, hey, look at me, shoot me.
Because there's so there, man. There's so much red tape, man. There's so much red tape.
Oh, I understand that, but to announce your plans before enacting them, I mean, I would have locked myself in the fucking office and fucking ironed out all the details, cut through all the red tape, and enacted my plan, and then gone public. Like, nobody outside the fucking office would know a fucking thing.
That's the whole thing.
It's that
5 pieces of red tape that make you have to become out of the office.
Yeah, well, I sure as hell wouldn't have gone out and made a public appearance to get my ass shot. I mean, that made no fucking sense.
Well, he was technically going to do the second time. The ribbon for because there was signing that he did overseas or something. I'm not sure exactly what it technically was or anything. And then he was going to go and that final piece of ribbon set everything into motion.
I mean,
It's all
makes
that
sense.
It's all
But then,
tape
you know,
and
why not
hoops there
work
too, man.
backwards?
It's all
Why not work backwards? Work from the outside in. At that point.
Ah, crap.
I mean, there's always the what ifs.
There's also nothing part of the document. The CIA was planning to start a terrorist attack in Miami and blame it on Castro.
Well, I know that they were wanting to enact a bunch of terrorist ideas. You know, the Northwoods document.
Yeah.
Signed by General L.L. Liminser. It made it all the way up to Kennedy's desk, and that's what made Kennedy switch sides and go rogue. Was he read that document and was so appalled by it that he fucking flipped the script on him and signed document W199I. And that's what got him killed.
I think his name was Tim Osmond. Give me a second. Let me double check my homework here before I actually.
Tim Osmond.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Tim Osman, Osman, I believe. Search that, and you'll come up that this is the American CIA agent name in Latin,
Yes.
which was quite interesting. Kind of like Barry Sagetto, you found out was
Saturo.
something
Yeah.
I can't name.
That was the last name of his stepdad that his mom married.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
you
we never
notice-
technically know who Obama's daddy is.
Nope.
In a way, I mean, a little bit in a way. Yeah.
I think it's funny that all these new presidents and whatnot got new aliases. Like
And just-
Obama didn't. His real name is what, Barry Santino or some shit?
Saturo.
Satoro?
Yeah.
Fucking. But
I bring up Tim Osman because if anybody even wants to start talking about ISIL again, and no matter what, it's still a branch off of Tim Osman because ISIL was created because of Al Qaeda, which was Bin Laden's people, wasn't it, or something like that?
basically, you had Al Qaeda and the Taliban. The Taliban try to claim that they're not a terrorist organization associated with Al Qaeda, but it's been pretty much assumed that they are in fact one and the same entity. And then you have ISIS or ISIL, which is
The reason why I say
an
ISIL is
off
because
branch.
it's an Egyptian god.
Yeah,
That's for interrupting you.
yeah, it's cool. And thank you for pointing that out. You know, a lot of people don't know that. But the ISIL was pretty much the Syrian refugees that we funded turned rogue as far as the official narrative is concerned, because we funded the whole thing in Syria, and then all of a sudden you have ISIS that pops up and then renames themselves ISIL after we funded these Syrian refugees. Well, I gotta ask, why the fuck are we funding anybody but our own fucking shit? What the fuck do we have to deal with over there? It ain't none of our fucking business.
They're wanting to do a regime change in Syria because Al-Assad is the last guy that they want to take out so they can take over the whole Middle East.
Yeah, well, I know there's like 2 countries left that don't have a Rothschild-centered bank.
That's Syria. Well, Syria. Al-Assad is the last guy who no longer takes the dollar. He was going to create the dinar for Libya.
Yep.
And Saddam died because no longer taking. So they both.
It happened again, but I actually forgot it this time. Brain.
Who all got dropped?
I didn't.
I'm trying to reconnect my video.
It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. That's how come I know I was the one that forgot it, because I know it won't come back.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm back on.
Okay.
What do you got to add, Genevieve?
Nothing.
Nothing? So you just
No.
laying there with your face in a blanket.
Pillow.
Pillow. Well, from my angle, I couldn't tell whether it was a pillow or a blanket. Makes sense that it would be a pillow. Mm-hmm.
I believe we pretty much covered everything that's not a nothing burger.
Pretty much, yeah. And we'll probably expound a little bit on the healthcare thing next week when we have another roundtable. And I would have liked to have had Jennifer on because she was the one who initially threw out the idea, and I know she has a lot to say on the matter. So hopefully we can get her on next week and see what she has to add to this monster burger that we made.
Technical question. Do you know what happened to Lucid? Is he dealing with family issues at this time?
It is a private matter, and
Family issues.
he and I are, it is family issues. He and his wife have separated. They're going to be getting divorced, and she has moved on with her life. He has moved on with his life. They're respectively doing their own things. I no longer live with either one of them. I've got my own place. And pretty much as far as Lucid is concerned, as far as his video production goes, he does not have access to a computer or internet access to the degree that I do, but would probably pick up doing videos again and probably get back into doing music once he is a little more better situated with his new arrangements.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail regarding his personal business. That's his.
That was more detailed than what I even asked for, Tin Man, and I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I only share what I'm permitted to share, I don't go blabbing other people's business outside of what they tell me is okay to tell people as far as, his public relations are concerned.
I don't read a newspaper, so why should I put anything into it?
Exactly, right? Not like that would ever make print. But yeah, he in retrospect, he is doing all right. He's going through some changes, but he's doing all right. And he'll probably come back on and start doing videos again at some point. He's actually living in Alabama right now. And for the record, we did finally track down Conspiracy Anonymous. He is still alive. He's not in prison. He's not dead. He's just doing his own thing. He's just living his life, trying to pursue some level of happiness. And
how about our little drummer boy?
Drummer Boy is all right. He is still on our feed. I talk to him regularly. He's doing all right. He's just got a lot going on in his level. Yeah. But he'll probably be jumping on the roundtable again at some point.
It seems like 2017 looked all nice and shiny, and all of a sudden, bam, everything happens at the same time to everybody.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It does, Yeah, Connor, he pops on with a video when he feels it's necessary. I pretty much handle the due diligence and public relations. You know how that goes. And pretty much I think we got ourselves a good little crew with this roundtable. And Genevieve, it's good to have you back. I do hope to eventually get your top off on camera one of these days. I'm not going to stop trying. I'll keep dreaming, but damn it, it's going to be a funny fucking shtick. Just like Mr. Giggles, it's a new fucking gimmick. Like,
it'll never happen.
InfoWars has Rainbow Snatch and their stupid bullshit. We have Mr. Giggles and a bunch of guys trying to get a hot blonde out of her top.
Not a blonde.
Hey, I'm included in that group. Can I take a few steps?
you can take a mulligan on that one, yes.
To be respectful, take at least 2 steps back.
You're good, dude. This is actually your first time on the round table, so you can't be held responsible for past actions.
Hey, I'm good. My girlfriend now, I'm good.
That's what's up,
yeah,
man.
I think this is time. I was here on the September 23rd, right, a year or something ago. I'm not sure what year or when.
Yeah, one of the last roundtables that we did before we moved up to Tennessee, yeah. Yeah, scary thought, me in Tennessee. Holy shit. It still surprises me.
You've been finding enough oil to keep them joints right there, Tin Man.
Oh, believe me, if it were legal out here, I'd be high as a fucking kite right now. There'd
You
be a
caught
fucking
both of them, didn't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, marijuana has not been legalized in the state of Tennessee.
Or Nebraska.
Or Nebraska.
Virginia.
Well, it's like Tennessee and Nebraska are two of, 5 states that have not legalized marijuana as of yet?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that they jump on the bandwagon soon because I want to get high so fucking bad. I'm so ashamed of myself right now I can pass a drug test.
I would like to.
Gatorade and Cerdo.
There you go.
That's how you pass the drug test in Cerdo.
What were you saying, Genevieve?
I'd love to be able to smoke marijuana because my son's starting kindergarten next year, and oh my gosh, I will have 8 hours to myself.
All right.
From 8:30 in the morning all the way till 3:30 in the afternoon will be all my time.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, don't you get extremely horny when you smoke weed, or am I thinking of somebody else?
You're thinking of someone else. I become a smart aleck and a know-it-all.
Well, you're that when you're sober.
It just intensifies when I'm high.
Her talent seems to excel. Senses are heightened.
I also become
usually the
bitchier.
case. Yeah. Oh, the directions I could go.
Let's go down the road over here that's marked safe, Tin Man.
Oh shit, pothole!
Oh, well, that's my fault. I knew that was there.
Okay, so we got any other topics we want to touch on? We
Oh
already
no!
went for like 2 hours.
Oh no! Crap!
What?
Engine dropped.
Yeah, I think we pretty much ran our course for this round table. So I'm going to try to get to my feet because I'm actually sitting on the floor next to a heater. Warm as fuck.
Damn.
So I'm going to drop on my
here. Pick up right here.
Take Mr. Giggles out of his cage for a half a second.
Alright, hold on. Let me go get him. Giggles! What do you want? Come on in. Everybody wants to say goodbye to you. You're actually gonna let me in the house, you asshole! Yes. Son of a bitch! Thank you! He actually let me in the house! What's up? Why do you say all dark? What? I can't see.
You need Mr. Giggles?
Wait!
Shit.
How's that work for you?
Happiness. Lots and lots of happiness.
Make sure you sleep good tonight, Mr. Giggles.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I could ruin that for him if I wanted to. One word.
Don't you do it. Don't
I couldn't do
you fucking do it!
Plot thickens.
You all know You
all
all saw the
Mr.
Tommy Bird
Giggles.
videos.
No, I don't know.
When's the last time you had pizza? Giggles?
When's the last time I had what?
Pizza.
Pizza.
It's been a very long time. I mostly eat top ramen and baby diapers.
I just wanted to make you think about pizza for a moment, Mr. Giggles.
I like pizza. Pizza's good. It's been a long time, yeah.
I want to say it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Bitch! Oh, I'm bold.
2. What?
I better not touch that. Tin Man will beat me again.
Oh, Tin Man hit you because he loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick on him and he's a good guy. He takes care of me.
That's because he cares for you.
It's appreciated.
He gives he gives you his. That's what counts.
And those squirrels.
Yeah, the squirrels are awesome. Especially when you stick firecrackers in their butts. Yeah, that's just hilarious.
Mr. Giggles, I have a question.
What?
When was the last time you saw Tommy Bird?
The last time that he was on the round table, yeah, he popped on and I got really excited. I came a little. Why do you ask? Who farted?
Because he doesn't talk to me anymore.
I don't know.
If you're asking who farted, Master, because he's always farting.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not always.
Taco meat. I saw a dog. And it turned it into taco meat.
Sounds like a beat up. Holy crap. That's blue.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing?
Mr. Giggles,
We're good. We're saying goodbye.
Hello, goodbye, happy Sunday, I guess. It's not Halloween yet, so yeah, I'm still kind of like, yeah.
Nice.
I think Tin Man's gonna let me close this one out, so like, yeah. I'm Mr. Giggles, and I can't say I'm the Tin Man with the Resistance. I'm just here. I'm Mr. Giggles, and I'm here, and hi, bye, fuck you, Head and Shoulders. I don't know. I like Pop Tarts.
Fuck you, Raymond Snatch.
Pop Tarts are awesome. So, thank you, Wolf, Grandmaster Evan, Genevieve. I miss boning you. Yes, thank you for coming on. And on behalf of the Tin Man, I'm Mr. Giggles. And you want to see what's in my pocket?